Today we are learning some expressions about agreement. What does it mean, agreement? Consider a person says, I think learning English is really easy. So, in response to that person, I will use one of these expressions. Okay? For example, I will say, that's right, learning English is easy, especially when you practice with Phoenix English. So, without further explanation, we will go through them and we will check them one by one. Number one, that's right. As easy as that. That's right. That's right. Next one, we can use adverbs too. For example, we can say absolutely or exactly. For example, the person might say, and I think that Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. I can say absolutely. Why did I say absolutely? Because I have the same opinion. We both believe that Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. Okay, let's continue. Next one, me too. Yes, you know that this is the most famous one when it comes to agreement among learners. For example, someone says something in response to that, the learner might say, me too. Okay? So, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. There's a point here. While they're using this expression, they use verb to be. They say, yes, I'm agree. Put in mind that this is 100% wrong. Okay? We never use verb to be in this case. I agree. It's enough because the tense is simple present and we need to use subject plus base form of the verb. There is no need to use am, is, are here. As I mentioned, agree is the verb itself. So, another thing, we can make it stronger. For example, I can use an adverb like totally. Yes, I totally agree. Of course, it's stronger, okay? I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. The same example, the person says that, for example, learning English is super easy. So I can say, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I love this one. I mean, it's one of my favorite expressions when it comes to agreement. Agreement, something that I want to tell you is that you don't need to memorize all of them. And you can go with the ones that you love more, okay? So don't fill your mind with a lot of expressions because I think 3 of them will be enough for you. I couldn't agree more. Next one, I see exactly what you mean. I see exactly what you mean. And the last one, you're right. That's a good point. You're right. That's a good point. So these are the options that we have to show agreement. We will be practicing disagreement and other situations, so watch until the end of the video. I'm sure that it will be useful for you.
And now we will continue with some phrases we can use to disagree with someone. Disagreeing in this context means that you don't share the same opinion. You don't have the same idea. For example, somebody says, I believe Rome is the best or the most beautiful city in the world. And because I believe Istanbul is much better, I'm going to say, absolutely not. In my opinion, Istanbul is much better, it's way better than Rome. And here we have some other phrases we can use in order to disagree with someone. Like I said before, whenever you have like a different opinion, you can use any of these phrases. We're going to go one by one right now. For example, I don't agree. It's one of the most common ones. I totally disagree. Absolutely not. That's not right. And I'm not sure about that. And of course, whenever you use one of these, you should give like a justification. You should justify your answer. You should say why you think this way. For example, my friend, he said to me one time, I believe Breaking Bad is so good, Carlos, you should watch it. And I did. And when he said that, my answer was, that's not right. Breaking Bad is not good according to me. I believe, or in my opinion, The Walking Dead is better. Maybe because I like zombies more.
Let's move on to the last part of the video, which is about partly agreeing. A situation in which you agree with someone, but to some extent, not completely. For example, Carlos be like, growing a mustache makes men more handsome and better looking. I be like, I agree up to a point, but it does not work for all men necessarily. There are some other expressions that can be used in this situation as well. For example, I see your point, but here you can add your own point, your own opinion. The other one, that's partly true, but in your opinion again. And the last one, I'm not sure about that. For example, some people might like French is the sexiest language in the world. I don't know much about French. I might be like, I'm not sure about that. To me, Persian is the sexiest language ever. Thank you everyone for watching.